Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Market Close. It is our gateway to the weekend. Today, Friday the 13th. So, was it a scary day on the market? Not really. We got a nice green day. I told you guys yesterday what we needed to have happen to get a green day today. I, I doubted we were going to have it. I didn't think we were going to have it, but the scenario I set out for you guys, it did come to pass, and as a result, we have a green market. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Before we talk about that, I want to talk about gold. So, Wealthsimple, of course, being our well, pretty much one of Canada's favorite commission-free brokers. They were the first, and they got a little contest on right now. So basically, if you go to the main page of your Wealthsimple app, and guys, I'll drop a referral here in case you don't have it yet. Um, they've got this little gold coin. So every day you can spin this coin and you win entries. They're giving away 15 real gold coins. That's going to be cool. I don't know what the exact value of these coins are. I think the 15 in total are worth about $100,000. So you're going to get a fair chunk. But now you can get from 1 to 100,000. We had one person in chat said they got 100,000. So I want to get 100,000. I want to test the theory of streamers' luck. Do streamers have an unfair advantage? Do they just have this unnatural luck? So far, the answer's been no. So far, the answer's been no. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Uh-oh. 60. Oh, that's not good. All right. That may be one of the worst spins that we've had in a while. Let me know in the chat what you guys have seen. And guys, I'm going to drop in the affiliate link here for Wealthsimple. There we go. So guys, if you've not yet tried Wealthsimple, what are you waiting for? Grab that link, head over. Once you fund your account, they will give you $25, which is not too shabby. Free money is always good, especially in today's economy. And they'll throw 25 back at the channel. So you're helping to support the channel. You're also helping to support your pocket. So that's definitely a win-win for sure. Oh boy. All right. Now, let's get to the market. Let's get to the market. And I don't like my head being in the middle for this part. We'll move my head back to the middle when we get to the heat maps. But today, we're having a pretty strong day on the TSX. We are currently up 1.60%. Pretty good green day. Our commodities all doing well. Commodities doing well. Bitcoin doing well. We're seeing a pretty strong day on the market for sure. And we're well above that blue line. Guys, if you don't know what that blue line is, that's where we entered the month. So as long as we're above that blue line, we're having a green February, and we're doing that. So, you know, was it a super green day? No, but it was a solid green day, and I'll take that. After yesterday, look at this. It's nice to head into the weekend on a positive green note. Now, looking south of the border, they were green for a good chunk of the day, but look at this, the second half of the day. So there was an elatement in the U.S. in the morning, afternoon, things came back to earth. So what went on? Well, we were talking a bit about the CPI data. So the CPI data was coming out today. And for us to have some green in the United States, I kind of laid out the scenario. So they were expecting, and here, let me actually pull this up. I have it right here. So let's head down to to Friday. All right. Oh, that's Friday, February 20th. I want today's Friday. Here we go. Just right over here. So yeah, here we are. So, no, that's the 20th. Where is... hello, guys. Where's today? Did they already get... They couldn't have. Could they? Oh, here we go. I'd go all the way down. They put next week's. They moved next week's on top. So that's why it's all the way down here. So last month, their year-over-year CPI came in at 2.7%, and they were expecting 2.5. So what I was telling you guys yesterday is that we needed 2.5 or better. 2.5 or better if we wanted to have any hope to resolve what was happening yesterday. And we did. We got 2.4. So the market was excited with that 2.4. It came in weaker. Inflation came in weaker. That's great. And that's what we saw. We saw this elation look. Absolutely. The market absolutely enjoying it, pulling up. We were in great green territory, but you know, we're talking America. By the time lunch came, everybody was once again back into the doldrums of, oh God, what is AI doing? What is AI doing to the tech companies? And that tech sell-off came back in, and we saw tech certainly suffering this afternoon, and this market here suffering, and they're still falling right now. Right now they're at 0.18 to the negative side, so not so good. But interestingly enough, even though a lot of this is AI fear warranted, amazingly enough, the NASDAQ is actually still in positive territory. So the NASDAQ right now, and they had the same thing. You can sort of see they pumped up. Now, the NASDAQ hasn't moved as much. The NASDAQ's been a little more sluggish, and that might be why they're still in positive territory. But they are sitting at 0.30. Now, keep in mind, both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, they're both well below their blue line. So the U.S. is having a red month. Canada's having a green month. U.S. is having a red month right now. The Dow Jones Industrial, now this is kind of the exception. Those industrial stocks, they're doing okay. Now they're having the same feeling that we had today. The morning green pump and the red pump in the afternoon. They are down 0.16, but they are in green territory for the month. And finally, this is our small cap stocks, the Russell. They really pumped pretty good this morning. So they're still almost 1% up, 0.98. And we have seen some retracement. So we'll continue to follow these as we get closer to the bell. Now, I mentioned that commodities having a pretty good day. Well, other than oil, but the main materials doing pretty good. Look at this. Gold up 2.14, silver up 2.24 now. Copper up 0.60, and platinum up 3.30. Oil's down a tiny bit, 0.11, now 0.10 to the negative. So I would call that almost flat. I would say oil kind of flat, slightly down, but the rest of the commodities not looking too bad. Crypto having a good day. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum up. All right. Let's head into the heat maps. Let's pull this aside. A lot better than yesterday. As you can see, we got small pockets of red, but for the most part, we got a lot of green right across the board. Now the banks are kind of mixed. You'll notice Royal Bank is actually down 0.22. TD is down 0.73. But BMO's up 0.4. CIBC is up 0.5. Scotiabank, though, is down 0.36. So we still got a little bit of sluggishness on the bank side. But you look at the minerals. Oh, boy. Barrick Gold up 5.63. Kinross 5.76. Cameco, though, is down. Kind of that one little pocket in there. They're down 2.54. Energy doing pretty good today. Canadian Natural Resources up a full 1.62. We got Suncor, Imperial Oil, Cenovus, a lot of up. And our pipelines, yesterday they were up in the red. They were one of the few categories, them and utilities. But yeah, look at this. Enbridge up 4%. Pembina Pipelines up quite a bit. WCN up 1.98. And here's some good news. Canadian Technology actually having a much better day. Constellation Software. It seems like it's rare when I can say that they're up, but they are up 1.68. And looking at utilities still strong. You can see Fortis up here 1.24. it's looking a much, much better. Both railroads are down a tiny bit, but I'd say flat. I'll call that flat. Um, let's look at the U.S. The U.S., we got a lot more red. We got a lot more red than we have here in Canada. And you can see technology. So even though the NASDAQ is up, look at what technology is doing. NVIDIA down 2.7, Apple down 2.16, Google down 1.28, Meta down 1.47, Microsoft down just a wee bit. Now Tesla, where the banana bread are you at, Tesla? Tesla's actually not having that bad of a day. Oh, here they are, way over here. So Tesla right now showing up 0.32. Really, you know what? They need to move Tesla to the to the technology part. I really think they do. But yeah, so the U.S. market, tech mostly hauling things down, and it's and I feel like I'm starting to sound like a broken record when it comes to those AI fears, but they're real and people are having them and they're legitimate fears. So I certainly understand them. Looking at crypto, much, much better. Oh, go away, you. There we go. Um, we got Bitcoin up, Ethereum up, XRP up, Solana. Look at Solana up 9.63%. Dogecoin 5.73%. So not too shabby. All right. And guys, there's like about 15,000 cryptos out there or more. Probably, I'd like to know what the updated number is. I've been saying 15,000 now for months. It could be closer to 20,000 at this point. They're popping up all the time. Heck, even AI has made its own crypto. So what can I say? I like to pick a random coin of the opposite color wherever the market's doing. So we got a green day. Let's just grab a red coin. You know what? Here's a little red one down here. Let's grab this. Let's see what we got. I have no idea. And before I even read whatever this is where I need to put my head in the middle. It's fellas. The fellas are here, guys. Here we go. It is worth 1.5 cents, so a penny and a half. I have no idea what it does. Yeah, no idea. It could be anything. From this name, I can't even guess at what it is. But well, it's the fellas. That's all I can say. Maybe there's like a lodge, and that's what they use to trade. I don't know. Honestly, no idea. There's a lot of these coins out there, guys. I call them crap coins. And I don't call them crap coins because they're garbage, and a lot of them are garbage. But I call them crap coins because they are very risky. It's like going to the casino, going up to the crap table, throwing your dice. You probably aren't going to win. Same kind of idea with these. Very, very risky. You want to be careful with them. In fact, if you're interested in the fellas, then do your research. Check them out. Read the white paper. Maybe follow the developers on social media. Find out what's going on with this coin. Find out that it makes sense. And find out that it's a risk you're willing to take. It's not a risk I'm willing to take. I'm not a fan of penny stocks, and these are even riskier than penny stocks, in my opinion. Now, there are people that can make money on coins like maybe fellas. I don't know. But if you want to make money in crypto, just stick to the big coins. Stick to your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, your Solana, your Cardano, and gosh darn it, even the Dogecoin. So many options, so many options. Okay, let's head back to the TSX. Here we go. Perfect. And let's also head to chat. All right. Holy banana bread. Let's see here. Stan is in the house first with a happy Friday all. Oh, guys, I need to turn it on. The Financial Express is active for the Tuesday show. And now some of you might be saying, wait a minute. Wait, Candace, what about Monday? Markets are closed Monday. Monday is a holiday, both U.S. and Canada. So Canada, it's I think it's Family Day or something like that. The United States, it's President's Day. So yeah, so the markets are closed on Tuesday. So there's no chance of a show on Tuesday. Now here's the other thing, and for the channel members, I was thinking, I was like, I could still do my office hours on Monday, but at the same time, you know what? It's family day. It's not time to be, it's probably not time for something like that. So I'm going to move just this 1 week only. I'm going to move office hours to Tuesday. So we'll do office hours on Tuesday. We'll leave Monday. We'll leave Monday free. I still have to work Monday. I gotta film and edit a video, but no, there'll be no streams. No streams on Monday. All right. With that being said, um, last night, guys. So any of you who happen to be around are already aware of this, but last night we had our channel member live stream. Now, normally they give me a topic and I prepare something, but last night we really didn't have a topic, so we kind of did we kind of did an office hours last night, and so I'm going along doing and I'm noticing there's more people here than normal, and I was like, that's odd. I guess a lot of people are showing up. But then a few people started saying, I didn't know I won a membership. And then it dawned on me, yeah, I forgot to turn, there's settings. Once I create the stream, I have to go in and manually turn it into a channel members stream. And I had forgot to do that yesterday. So once I realized it, I mean, come on, there was a good hand. There was probably half of the people there were non-members. I'm not gonna close the door in a case like that. So it just became a preview of what it's like to be in the office hours. So yeah, we just chatted. We chatted for an hour. We had some fun. A whole bunch of people there. So yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, you can watch the replay if you want. Nothing really happened there. It was, like I said, it was a chill stream. All right, let's. Oh, so speaking of the Financial Express, so I did mention, yeah, Tuesday we're going to do that. If we get 3 supers or 3 gifted, or sorry, if we get 4 supers or 4 gifted subs. The reason I said 3 is because we already got one. Wahipple came in just before the show started and gifted a Mountain Finance membership. So don't worry, I have not forgotten. We've got Monopoly Goat. So the Goat Squad is in the building. First goat out of the pen. Awesome. 3 more and we add that Tuesday show. All right. Now, let's see here. Oh boy, I'm really far behind. All right. Relaxing Rains. Good day all, Candace. I'm sorry. I was watching YouTube today and your 9-point interview cut in as an ad. The whole 29 minutes of it. Had to skip you. All right. Fair enough. Guys, I did not do that. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't do ads like that. I won't do it. So I know some YouTubers do it. However, the 2 sponsored ones with 9-point, they asked if they could, one of the things that they wanted to do with them is they wanted to use them for promotion. So I said, sure. Sure, you can do that. I gave them full permissions to do what they want with them. So you might see me popping up as an ad in some places. What can I say? I almost feel like maybe I should have charged them more for that because they're really working those videos that I made. But yeah, I did not know that happened. And I will tell you, if I had come into this straight, as in I didn't already see this comment, I probably would have been howling in laughter because I saw it about 15 minutes before the stream started and I was laughing really hard. It's kind of funny. Boy. Vic, actually, you know what? Relaxing, you made me burst out laughing before the show started. Yeah, you know what? You're getting the goat. You get the laughing goat for that. I'm sorry, but that was great. It made it made me very happy because I thought that was just, like I said, that was really funny. All right. Vic is in the house. Here, don't drive much on Friday the 13th. Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you one thing, too. If you're ever out driving on Friday the 13th, don't pick up a hitchhiker if they're wearing a hockey mask. I'm just saying. All right. Vic says, let's go Team Canada. Yeah. I don't know when their second game is, but they beat. I think was it Czechoslovakia, but they beat 5-0. I was just like, woo, let's go. So they are the favorites to win the gold. So I'm expecting them to win the gold. I'm expecting it. Cindy says good afternoon. And Abby says, "Happy Friday, everyone." And yeah, Catherine, Catherine, I think. Catherine won the gifted membership. So congratulations on that for sure. Punky Piney Boy. Hello, everyone. I finally get on in time to catch a full stream. I make up for the fact I only received 10 spin. 10, is that it? Oh boy. Elaine says, "Hey all, Magna shot up. Why?" Ooh, I don't know. Whoops, I don't want to go there. Let's go here. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? Let's actually add them and see, because I know this is an earnings week, so I'm wondering if that's what was going on here. So here's Magna. And I'm looking for the TSX. Oh, come on. Seriously? Where's the TSX mega? Nope, 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 nope. Seriously. All right. I may not be able to see it here. Let's head over here. And here we go. We'll go in this way. All right, Magna. There we go. MG, Magna International. Holy banana bread. Yeah, you're right. They shot up 18.89. So 18.9%. Oh boy, that's a bump. That's a bump and a half. I'm just going to click on their news really quickly here. Yeah, it's earnings. It was earnings, 100% earnings. They definitely had some good ones. All right. MG, I'm going to try. You know what? Let me try. I'm going to try to add them as just MG. Maybe that'll get me in there. Yeah, here it is. All right, let's pull this up because I want to see those earnings. Let's take a look. So here we are. Yeah, look at the gap. That's quite the gap there. So let's see. They beat on earnings by 19.06%, and they also beat on revenue by 1.34%. So yeah, good earnings. That did it. Holy cow. I like it. Brian says, good afternoon, everyone. Coinbase, too. Why? That's another, that I don't know. I don't know about earnings on Coinbase, but let's take a look here. Aren't they just coin? So here we go. Coinbase. All right, Coinbase. Let's take a quick gander and see. They had earnings, but they weren't great. They missed. Holy banana bread, did they ever? They missed on their earnings by 350.49%, and they missed on their revenue by 1.56%, but they went up. That's interesting. So I don't know. Something, obviously there had to have been something in their forward guidance that really, there we go. That really, I guess, resonated with investors, because if you told me these numbers and asked me what was going to happen with that stock, this is not what I would have drawn. This is not the picture I would have drawn. We would have been looking at a big drop. But actually, you know what? Let's do this here. I'm going to head into. I've started to put the things I swing more often over here. So. All right, so here's our Air Canada, and I wanted to drop in on Air Canada for a second because we were anticipating some good earnings yesterday, and we got some good earnings. And some of you made a swing trade on Air Canada on these earnings. I made a small one. So I made about $500, but I know some of you made a lot more than that. And here's kind of what Air Canada did. So they beat on earnings yesterday by 113.97%, and they beat on revenue by 4.64%. And they absolutely gapped up here, and they made it all the way up to Well, it says here, it says 20.76, but you know what? I saw them higher. I think they gapped. Oh yeah, right here, this red one. Duh. I was gonna say, there we go. Yeah, 21.22. They made it up there. So if you got in, did you get out quick? Did you get the big payday? Or did you get greedy and had to take a smaller payday? That's kind of the curious. That's what I'm kind of curious about. So let's we'll hear from you guys. Scott is in the house with a lucky Friday the 13th to everybody. Yeah, I like Friday the 13th. They're pretty cool. And we're getting pretty close to the bell, guys. I don't have my 1 minute warning yet, but we're getting close. Brian says, I wonder how many bikers are in Port Dover today. That's a question I've never wondered, but um, Port Dover. Port Dover. Is that in BC? I'm just trying to think where Port Dover is. I'm not sure where Port Dover is, and I'm not sure what's going on with the bikers. Is there a convention or I don't know. I don't know anything on that one there, Brian. You got me at a loss this time. Markets look pretty scary at the open, says Scott. Yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't think they were that bad. I actually kind of like today's market for the most part. There were definitely parts of it I didn't like, but all right. Relaxing rains, 80. You got 80 today. Let's see, Ian. Hi all, market acting weird the last few days. Maybe it's just me. Big intraday swings. What does the volatility mean? Are we heading towards a bear market? Well, yeah, of course we're heading towards a bear market. But the question is, are we heading towards a bear market sooner than later? And I don't think we're going to see a bear market in 2026. So I think we're going to see a lot of volatility. I think 2026 overall is going to be much more volatile than 2025. So be prepared, get used to volatility, because I think we're going to see a good amount of it this year, but I don't think we're going to break into a bear market. And you got to realize, for us to break into a bear market, we got to drop quite a ways, and we're still within spitting distance, really, of all-time highs. So not even remotely close to a bear market. Brian, you only got 30. But your daughter got 20,000. Nice. That's it, right? If you just spin that one day and you get 20,000 or 100,000, it's like you've won. You've won. Well, congratulations on your daughter. Hopefully she wins a coin with that. And that's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know how popular or how many people. I don't know how it's skewed. Is it like 1 in a million gets the 100,000, or is it 1 in 50? That kind of really makes a difference. So it'd be interesting to kind of know. Like right now, I mean, most of us are getting pretty low numbers. So I'm thinking it's the odds. I'm thinking the odds are not really good to get some of the higher numbers. Let's see. Still 50, better than I received today. And guys, the weekend is here. The market's closed. Welcome to the weekend. Holy banana bread. Hey, stopwatch. Nice. Whew, we'll get our final results. Well, all my Canadian stuff is delayed by 15 minutes, so we'll have our final stuff at 4:15. Ian says I got 200 today, 30 yesterday. Yeah, I got 190 yesterday, so right now I would be happy with a 200. Now tomorrow I won't have anybody around when I spin, unfortunately. I better not get 100,000 tomorrow. That would be really annoying. If I do, I'll screenshot it and throw it over on Discord, because you never know what I'm going to throw over on Discord. Actually, guys, let's go to Discord for a second, because I did throw something kind of interesting there today. Let's see here. So here we go. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. Oh, my head is kind of blocking out my head. Let me move my head. That's kind of funny. It's like two heads. Two heads are better than one, they say. I was just, I was sitting there this afternoon. I finished, because I was still doing a little bit of editing from yesterday's video. I finished that and I was like, gosh, what if Mountain Finance had a movie poster? So I asked ChatGPT to make one just to see what ChatGPT would come up with. And this is it. So yeah, me, gold, silver. We got ETFs down here and coins, and I don't know who those guys are in the background, though. They might want to steal my gold. So I'll be careful of them. But anyway, yeah, that's what ChatGPT did. I don't know. Stan says, I received 150 today. Roku, hello, finally triple digits, 200. All right, love it. And Mary is in the house. Guys, Mary's our official captain of the like button. So if you have not yet hit that like button, oh boy, now's the time to do so. I'm going to quickly refresh this and see. We're sitting at 36 likes. Guys, let's just get that to 50 really quickly. So I'll just have a little bit of coffee here while you guys are busy clicking the button. Oh, that is so good. So very good. All right, Doorpat in the house with a hi, everyone. And Ian says another nice day for Utes. 950 is my average price, so I'm green today. Nice. And Wahipple back in the house, of course. Wahipple started the show off with a gifted sub. So that means, guys, we are 3 away from adding that Tuesday show. Remember, there's no shows on Monday because the markets be closed. Marina says, happy Friday, everyone. Markets have been a bit jumpy this week, but less crazy than the big swings we saw earlier in February. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, and here's the thing. If you play volatility right, it can be a moneymaker. It can definitely. And those of you who are swinging, some of you have probably made some money, I think. Now, of course, not if you're stuck in tech like I am at the moment. Let's see. Lisa says, hi, everyone. And Brian says, I heard part of the reason for the states going down was Johnson telling the House to go home because of the DHS funding bill issue. So the Department of Homeland Security, and this is one of the issues, there could be a partial shutdown as early as tomorrow, government shutdown. And the reason being that the House right now is not willing to basically to sort of to okay the funding increase for the Department of Homeland Security unless they follow rules. And they basically laid out a whole bunch of rules for them. Pretty much they want them to behave like police officers behave with, actual rules and boundaries. And so far, the Department of Homeland Security has not really had a lot of guardrails. So, that may be something interesting, but we'll have to see. And yeah, that could also be certainly a little bit of a catalyst for that red afternoon as well. That and some of the AI stuff coming back. And the reason I point a little bit more to the AI is that when you look at the heat map, you can sort of see, and let's go back to it, how centric it is within technology. You can see technology getting hit much more than anybody else. Oh, look at this. I missed this one. Caterpillar up 2.10%. So if you like the cat, it is up. All right. Now, Bill says that USA heat map has an interesting pattern. In almost every category, the larger companies are red and most of the smaller companies are green. Seems like an interest rate play. Yeah, it kind of is. I guess, there is an interesting pattern. Yeah, maybe. Wahipple says, fellas probably just takes people's money. Yep. Good fellas. There we go. And we begin. Tom is in the house with a hello all. And we got Nice. And we actually looked at where Nice lives yesterday, guys. That was kind of cool. So hi, hope you all had a great day on the stock exchange. Yeah, it was an interesting day. It was an interesting day for sure. Lance is in the house, late to the show, watching at 1.75x to catch up. There we go. Wahipple, I missed both shows yesterday. Work was slammed and ended up getting OT. Well, yeah, well, at least she makes a bit more money for the government that way. It's kind of that thing. Sometimes OT can be it's nice to get extra money, but it hurts to pay extra taxes. All right. Anish says buy high, sell low. No, no, we don't want to do that. That's the opposite of making money. Um, all right. Isaiah says a wild week, down thousands, up thousands, all of that volatility for $50. Yikes. Canoe Divvy just paddled in. Is that worth a laughing goat? Oh, oh, yeah, I see what you did there. No, no, Roku. No, you got to make me laugh out loud. You got to make me laugh out loud. Close. You're close. Try again. Try again. But yeah, I like how you said it. Paddled in. Yep, yep. I like what you said, but and you know what? Damn it. I am really, really, really too easy. I'm too easy. So here we go. You can have your goat. You can have your goat. Why not? It's Friday. My standards are lower on Friday, so there we go. All right. All right, let's see here. Isaiah broke even. Ian says you need so game is on now, first intermission. Which game? Is it obviously is it the Canada? Is it what? Who is? I don't even know who Canada is playing today. But keep us up to date, Scott. Let us know who's winning. Paul says good afternoon. Pathfinder says I love the laughing goat. It is very cute. Yes, and so yes. So Pathfinder, by the way, has been trying to get me to look at this. It's called Stock Unlock. Stock Unlock. So I did go in and created a free account, and I just threw a couple. I threw a couple of a test watch list. So Air Canada and Tesla, and then when you click on Air Canada, I kind of like it's kind of neat. It brings up a whole bunch of different stuff. Let's just go to the general page first here. So it does bring you up a chart, brings you up all some of the basic metrics. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Gives you a scorecard. It has a lot of nice graphics. And that's why I was kind of saying, if you like graphics, this is kind of interesting. Now, I don't know what the limits are on the free account. Maybe if I go to pricing, it might tell me. Okay, yeah, so here we are. We're on the free plan. So let's see. 2 manual portfolios, unlimited watch lists. Okay, okay. All right, so you do get quite a bit. It looks like you get quite a bit on the free plan. So, this might be something worth looking into. I always say this, guys, when you run into something like this, yeah, you might look at this and say, oh, the pro plan is just $750 a month. Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Not right away. Try the free plan. Make sure it's something that you like. Make sure it's something you're going to get the most out of. That's the way I look at it. And sometimes the free plan might give you everything you need. And if that's the case, because I mean, if you really look at it here, I mean, you see, this is something. Okay, so all right, yeah. So if you upgrade, you get everything. You get all of this, and then you get all of this other stuff. Yeah. So still, use the free plan, guys. If you're interested, use the free plan. See if it meets your needs. And then, sometimes as well, maybe $750 a month. That's pretty cheap, but I wonder what it was on Black Friday. And I have no clue. I have no clue if these guys give deals. But I know, like TradingView, you can get some pretty big deals. Even right now, TradingView has 80% off until Valentine's, so tomorrow. All right, Navi says, hi, I'm joining Wealthsimple next week. Wanted to know what's your code so you can get a bonus. I'll drop it again. I'll drop it again here. All right. Here we go. It should be dropping down below. So the last part, the number part that has that underscore in it, that's the actual code itself. But you can always just use that link as well. So that is pretty awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Paul says, Wealthsimple spin, 120. Yesterday was 20. Yeah. Let's see. TGIF, hope everyone spends Saturday with a loved one. Oh, right, because Saturday is Valentine's. There we go. Um, Friday the 13th is my lucky day. Yeah, I like Friday the 13th. Hello, all. Hope you are having a great day. And Chad says, hello, Vic. Cryptocurrency went up today. Bitcoin, Ethereum. Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan, am I late for the bell? Yes. Yes, you are. You missed the bell, Jonathan. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't miss the bell because I'm about, 16 minutes behind. So you posted this before the bell. So no, you didn't miss the bell. Yeah, you have 4 minutes. Um, Candace, when you swing trade, what platform and account do you use? Asking for a friend. I do mine over at National Bank. Um, and that for me, it just makes the sense. It makes a lot of sense. One, it's very easy for me to maneuver fast. And that's what I like. I don't like I actually did try Desjardins. So Desjardins has a direct brokerage and they've got tons of features. They also have a trailing stop loss, which is one thing I really wish that they had at Wealthsimple, sorry. Well, yeah, Wealthsimple too, but I wish they had it at a National Bank. But yeah, and the big thing here is, just don't do it in a registered account. Set up a regular account. Do your swing trading in that. You're going to take a tax hit, unless you're doing if you want to swing trade in your TFSA, it's got to be really long swing trades. Like we're talking more than a month. So you really don't want to be messing around in there. It just makes a lot more sense to do it in a cash account. You can do it in your RRSP. CRA doesn't care if you make money in there because they're getting the taxes one way or another. Brian, Canoe dividend day today. I got the notification, but I didn't see the 200 in my Wealthsimple account yet. So yeah, you'll probably get that tomorrow. You'll probably still get it tomorrow because they're good. They'll give it to you on the weekend. Rory says Monday. Chad says Pizza had a divvy and MSTY2. Mark got 100 gold points. Nice. Wahipple, I looked up the definition of a bear market and it has to drop 20% or more. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, here, let's go over here for a second. Let's go back to, let's go back to the TSX. So when we look here at the TSX, and you look here, this is an all-time high right up here, 33,694. All right, so I am not doing math in my head, guys. Let's just do this here. 33, I'm just going to do the 06, or sorry, we'll do the 33,694. So that needs to fall to 26,900. So basically 27,000. Once it falls to about 27,000, we're looking at bear market territory. All right, and let me show you where that is. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo, down, down, down. Well, yeah, right about here. Way down here. So yeah, that's where we would need to fall to be in a bear market. Now, mind you, the process of falling is the worst part, right? Because a lot of times it may not officially be a bear market, but you could be moving into a bear market. So right now, now let's pull it all the way back up. Right now, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. We're not even remotely close. But yeah, when we do go into that bear market, yeah, there's going to be a lot of falling coming down for sure. Okay, Brian says Port Dover is on Lake Erie. All right. See, I did not know where Port Dover was. Every Friday the 13th, it was always a big party with thousands of bikers. Oh, okay. I did not know that either. Nice. All right. We got the Financial Express on for Tuesday. Brian says, my daughter and I were joking. She said, I hope I get a better luck next time for each entry. Yeah, market's closed on Monday. Yay. How many kilograms of gold and silver is that? That's a good question. I don't know. So good. Candace meets Indiana Jones. It kind of has that feel, doesn't it? That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, where's my fedora and my bullwhip? That's what I kind of thought. Um, Doorpat. I'm always stuck on 100. Love the poster. I'd go see that movie. Yeah. Me running from Nazis, trying to hoard my gold. That could happen. Let's see. That is Indiana Jones in the back. JJ, beat me to it. Oh, maybe. That would be funny. That would actually be kind of funny. Yeah, it's like I'm the villain in the story trying to keep the gold from Indy. That I don't like that story though, because Indy always ends up winning in the end. Chad says I spin at midnight, 120, and that's the highest. Let's see. I spun 50K on Saturday. Oh, nice. Victorious. Oh boy, that's fantastic. And yeah, Tom made a killing today on Air Canada with a swing trade. So first class for sure. Um, let's see. Hey, Candace, what do you think of small mid-cap ETFs that follow the S&P 500 or the Russell 6000 indexes? They beat the large cap indexes in the past 12 months. Um, yeah. Sometimes, that's the thing. A lot of times with small cap. So with a small cap in a bull market, they have that potential to really, really do well. Now, with that being said, when the markets do flip and when we do start to head into a bear market, um, even though these ones have the potential to do really well going up, they have the potential to do really bad going down. So I always say kind of look at the market conditions and see if it is conductive to those assets. Now, of course, using an ETF, that really, really helps. Of course, it does minimize that risk quite a bit, actually. All right. Roku says, woohoo. Yes. And let's see here. I flipped MSTE today and made a juicy profit. Nice, Marina. Nice. Yeah, because MSTE had a little bit of a climb this morning. Canada 2-1 right now against Sue. That's not Sweden? I don't know who that is, but for some reason I think is that Sweden? Is that their abbreviation? I'm not sure. But nice. Canada, just keep winning. Tiger looks cheap now at $8 with upgrades to 1750 and mini upgrades to 14. Yeah, we've looked at that a few times. Let's see. Oh yeah, Simply Wall is an Australian. Are they really an Australian company? I did not know that. Nice. 3-1 Canada. Ooh. I mean, you got Sidney Crosby and McDavid on the same line. I mean, if I had a hockey team, I wouldn't want to go against those two. That's for sure. Paul, did Netherlands bring in new unrealized capital gains tax of 36%? I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but yikes. Let's see. That's all right. Financial Express. Paul says 1,000 cuts bear market that you do not notice or think it will turn around. There's always that. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of times you don't realize that you're going into a bear market. So just to give you an idea, and we'll use the VFV for this one. I always tend to use VFV. But where am I? Okay, yeah. There we go. VFV, let's pull this up here. So this here is your Vanguard S&P 500 index, but it follows the S&P, and it's very reflective of the environment, of the way that things went. So right here, guys, so this here is your bear market. But here's the funny thing. So if you look here, the S&P, well, I'm just going to go by the price on this. So this was at 107%. So it needed to fall, well, down to, I'd say almost a little higher than 80. So technically, the bear market wasn't until about down in here. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And from the bottom of the bear market, you need to go up 20% to be in a bull market. So technically, even while the beginning of this part of going up, you're still technically in a bear market, even though clearly the bottom, well, here was the bottom right down here, right down here. This was like, you know, I think, I thought it was October. Actually, I thought it very much it was, yeah, around, this is where things really turned around. So we did have one little kind of a, one attempt to get out, and we went back down. But then, yeah, this was pretty much the defining point once we got into October of 2022. But here's where it really started. So, and you could see that it was a clear cut down. Not a lot. I mean, there was a little bit of hope, but for the most part, you can really, really clearly see how it went down. Now, this here, and you'll notice here, let's just take a look here. This shows 1220. So most of the market didn't start until January falling, but tech started first. Tech started in December. And of course, the S&P 500 is pretty heavy on tech, so you got to see it. But yeah, and that's it. That was it. Even though, and here's the thing, even though by the time we are officially in a bear market, a lot of the pain, like really most of the pain was already over. So keep that in mind. So, by the time we call the next bear market, we'll have been sliding for a bit. So people will be unofficially saying we're in a bear market while you're falling. But, you won't be, there won't be, by the time we call it, there's not going to be a lot left. Now, right now, I don't feel like we're on this slide. I don't. I think we're in a lot of volatility. I think we're going to move sideways. I think, we're going to start, you're going to see like months, like red month, red month, red month, that type of thing when we start to actually move into a red market, a bear market. Well, I guess a bear market is a red market, but right now, in Canada, we're still in a green month, and we've been in green months, Now January, we almost fell out. In January, we almost had a red month, but we still held on to it. So I think we got a lot of room left. All right. Wahipple. Yeah, my TFSA and our RSP are dramatically different setups. TFSA got lots of grinder and income engine stuff in it, basically stuff you just hold, and the RSP is stuff that's way more volatile. There we go. Let's see, Tiger Gold Corp or Tiger Aussie Trading. Here, let me show you. There we go. I believe we're talking about the Gold Corp one right here. So TIGR, and you'll notice up 2.78% today. And this, of course, it is a penny stock. So that's one of those things. I'm always a little bit leery of penny stocks, but when you look at them, since they've come out, they've had an interesting little journey. Let me just say that. But that's a problem. A new stock, a lot of volatility, definitely very, 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 very risky. Very risky. I would like to see a little bit more history on this one. Now, I think this is the one, but it might be the U.S. one as well. But I don't think. No, I think it is this one that Michael was talking about. All right. Hugh Melio says Air Canada paid my vacations today. Nice. Did you do a swing trade? Is that what you did, Hughie? Because yep. Oh, it's Switzerland. There we go. All right, Switzerland. Got it. So yeah, 3-1. I like flipping small caps. Seuss. All right, I've been in many bear markets, but some last so long you just give up. Right after the dot-com bust, taking 8 years to recover my money back. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Nobody knows how long that bear market's going to be. That's the thing. So we look at that last bear market. That last bear market, it was quite literally, well, I mean, officially it wasn't a year, but if you count the down, it was close to a year. It was close to a year. I think the next one might be longer, just because there's so much stress in the economy that needs to be worked out. So I think the next one could be longer. Could we see a 2-year bear market? Yes, we could. Are we going to see a 2-year bear market? I don't think we will. I think it's possible, but I'm thinking it'll probably be closer to maybe a year and a quarter, maybe a year and a half max. But yeah, it could go 2 years. It could definitely. Now, the beautiful thing is, though, guys, bear markets are they're shorter. They're shorter than bull markets. So that's the reason that you can make. That's one reason why you can make a lot of money from the stuff you buy in that bear market. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's the exact same comment. Switzerland, Switzerland, or how it's spelled in English. I kind of like Switzerland. It's like a land full of switches. I like it. I like it. Isaac says I've got some WSP, CIGI, and BKNK. Nice. Very cool. Oh, guys. Today I did drop that video for those of you who haven't yet checked it out. So we're looking at HHIS and QQCL. So sort of comparing them to the NASDAQ. Mostly, it's also an investigation into downside protection. We've had a choppy market. It's always nice to sort of take a look at that. Now, I might expand that in a future video and do an actual list video on a whole bunch. But for this one, it's just those two. And I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I also started adding some of these posters. I did some vintage posters in there. And I showed you guys, I think, not that long ago, I showed you guys at least one of them. So definitely check that one out. It is pretty good. Punky says I'll be watching that video later tonight. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, yeah, it's a long weekend, so this is that time you can get caught up on all of the YouTube videos. I think I'm mostly caught up. But there's definitely some that I've been meaning to watch, so I might try to get some in over the weekend. But yeah, that's what I can say. That's what I will go with. Oh, guys, even though it is a long weekend, we are still going to be here on Sunday. So we still got this week. So we're doing this week. Yeah, it's going to be kind of cool. Sky says hi, all the posters were pretty cool. Well, yeah, AI is just getting crazy good. It's like, all I have to do is think up of some concept I want and throw it at ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is there to pull it out. So it is pretty funny. Like, actually, guys, this is an experiment. I'm going to do this just to show you guys how fast it all is. All right, let's pull this over here for a second. All right, I'm gonna ask, okay, all right, can you make a similar poster, but in let's just do a Star Wars feel to it. There we go. I'm just putting that in, and let's just see what we get. Now, I'm kind of curious. But it gives you just a general idea of how fast AI can be. Now, it's working in the background as we're just continuing along here. Wahipple, I have been considering rotating back into foran mining. Foran mining, let's take a look. All right, here we go. Foran mining here. They had a good day, up 5.35%. All right, let's see here. Can I actually see anything? Let's just try one more time. Foran mining, here we go. All right, there we go. Oh, it loaded this time. Perfect. And yeah, here's their 1 year. So yeah, lately they've definitely been doing really, really good. And yeah, that's kind of a neat little thing here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just save this. Oh, boy. All right, just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pull this up here. All right, here we go. I'm still protecting. I'm still protecting the gold. Oh, gosh. Anyway, that's our Star Wars version. So what can I say? What can I say? Oh gosh. I could probably just sit here and, and ask it to do a billion of these and probably entertain myself for the whole night. Oh boy. Yep, I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that. All right. let's let's close that. Oh boy. Forehand mining. That's what we were talking about. So yeah, I mean, and this is kind of interesting. I remember the last time we looked, I think we were looking at him here, and I was kind of mentioning that we probably will get a little bit of a retracement, but now we're probably going to get another retracement again. So you might get another opportunity to get in if you're trying to get into a smaller part. And I want to quickly look at the back end data again here. All right, so debt to equity, 37%. So they got a little bit of debt. It's not unmanageable. Now the return on equity, -2%. So they're very close to being profitable, and they might be profitable at this point. We don't know when. I don't know when their last when their Q4 dropped, but this is this might be Q4 data, or it could be if they haven't dropped Q4 yet. This could be Q3 data. So always keep that in mind. It's always good to sort of know when that data drops, so you kind of can know whether you need to take it with a grain of salt or not. But yeah, I mean, I like them. I think they're a good little company. All right, Scott says Canadian in a T-shirt has an RRSP tax time video today. Ah, nice. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, guys. Because with the RRSP, you can you actually get some time after the end of the year. So normally everything tax wise stops at the end of the year, but you get extra time with the RRSP. And oh my god, I can't remember I don't know the exact date of when you have to I think it's March. I think it's March, but guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, you know what, let's get the exact date. If I don't know it, you know who does? Google does. All right, so when is the 2025 RRSP deadline? It might be March 31st, but nope, March 2nd. There we go. It's March 2nd. So if you want to pull your taxes down from last year, you've got, well, a couple of weeks left to do that. So yeah, anything that you contribute right now doesn't actually come off of the taxes for 2026. It comes off the taxes for 2025. Now, mind you, if you deposit it now, you could use it on 2026 if you don't use it in 2025, because it all sits like, if let's say, for example, let's say you dropped $10,000 into your RRSP tomorrow. Well, yeah, you would have a $10,000 tax deferral on 2025 if you choose to use it. You don't have to use it. You can let it sit there, and you could then technically use it on 2026 if you wanted to. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. All right. Let's see here. GMG stole the show again. GMG. I don't know who GMG is. All right, explain, Lance, please. I'm probably missing a super easy reference. WAHIPO earnings should be out Tuesday night. Samantha says, looks like I'll be watching a double feature, Mountain Finance Part 1 and the sequel. There we go. Yes, after I defeat Indiana Jones, I travel back in time to a galaxy far, far away, and I use the Force to protect the gold. I love it. Steve says, I got into last night's live stream and won a gifted membership while in there. I never win anything, so I was pleased. Yeah, Scratch came in last night and gifted 5 memberships in that stream. That was fantastic. Marina is in with a $3 super sticker, and that actually unlocks one of our goats. Actually, we switched it up. It used to be Space Ghost at number 2. Now it's actually TSX Bell Ghost. You guys have another name for it, a Bay Street name or something, but I like it. Anyway, thank you very much, Marina. $3. Awesome. Of course, everything you guys do goes towards supporting the channel, so That's not a bad thing. And we are 2 away from a Tuesday show. DPM had a pretty good day today too. So DPM, I think that's Dundee Precious Metals. Let's take a look. DPM. No, it's not. That's not. Oh, okay. That's DPM Metals. Oh, what is? All right. Well, we're gonna look in a second. Now I'm like, wait a minute. Which one is Dundee? DPM. Look at this. Yeah, they are up 7.825%. I'm gonna pull up the 1 year on this, but yeah. And yeah, they've been on a tear going up for sure, and you can sort of see we've had a little bit of this, and this is a normal thing. You'll see it once you've grown quite a bit. You're gonna do this. You're gonna have some corrections, setting yourself up for hopefully the next stage of growth. But now I got to look at Dundee now. I got to see. Let's see, Dundee Corporation. I guess it's just Dundee Corporation. All right. Okay, fair enough. I feel like there is this just doesn't feel like the one I was thinking of, guys. I'm thinking of something else. Oh, that's why I got confused. So they changed their name from Dundee Precious Metals to DPM. Okay, now I'm looking here when I put in Dundee. I'm getting, I'm getting DPM. Some of the DPMs in here. So I'm like, all right, that makes a lot of sense. All right, Punky says, I have a question for you. I know you talk about putting money into money market funds, T-cash, to hold on to money until you are ready to buy. What do you think about ISAs for the same purpose? Yeah, I mean, to me it works down to the math. I mean, I don't know what kind of rates or what kind of returns you're getting on an ISA, but I one of the things I like about things like T-cash, NSAV, PSA is that it's just so friggin' liquid. So yeah, I mean, you could certainly do it. I mean, if it works for you, and if you can, if you can get your cash nice and fast, then there's really nothing wrong with it. I mean, really, it boils down to just having some kind of a mechanism so that way there you can utilize your cash, and so that your cash is making you a little bit of money while it's not being utilized. Think, not thing. Yeah, exactly. What happened? I got one paycheck left for 2025 RRSP. Nice. It's Family Day weekend. This signals it is time to start working on my taxes. See where I stand. Oh, yes. How come no copper in those movie posters? Because I only had 2 hands. But I do love copper, so, well, maybe that lightsaber could have been a copper savored lights. I was going to say a copper flavored. It's like, no, I don't want to eat a lightsaber, but a copper colored. There we go. Where would be the best entry point for Kiera? So Key. Oh, I haven't looked at Key in a while. All right. So Kiera Corp. And let's take a quick look here on I'm just going to go to the 3-year for a second. Oh boy. So yeah, we've got interesting. We got a nice big pump here. Now we've been having a lot of volatility moving sideways for about a year. But once again, I mean, this is energy. Energy's been kind of doing that. So this kind of makes sense that it's doing that. So where would I look to enter? I don't think I would enter here. With this level of volatility, I don't see, I see more volatility coming after this. I would wait, sort of see where it sets itself up. And I think you're looking at more of a long-term investment, maybe, unless you're thinking about swing trading. If you're thinking about swing trading, it's definitely not in the right spot. And I would chart it, of course. But if you're looking for a long-term, I think you're going to get a better entry point if you just wait. Like in the next week, you probably will get a better entry point. GMG was up almost 13% today. Okay. It's a stock. All right, let's pull it up. GMG. So, oh right, Graphene Manufacturing Group. That's right. We were We looked at this yesterday. Because I remember I was talking about graphite being in Quebec. So yeah, look at this, up to 2.44. And yeah, we can sort of see, and this is that whole thing. Like, you know what? This is what I always say. When we get this crazy growth like this, we tend to get a bit of a fallback. It's a normal thing. So, if they fall back, it does give them that opportunity to hopefully start to pick up a little bit. Now, this is, I'll call it penny adjacent, but I do think I think it's an interesting thesis for sure. Um, let's see. Yesterday was up around 10%. All right. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and DPM changed their name to Dundee Precious Metals. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, guys, I never did check to see if you guys got us up to 70 on the like scale. Here we go. I'm just going to pull it up and we'll see. I'm going to say you did. Nah, you didn't. 53. Oh, well. It's a Friday. It's a chill day. It's a chill day for sure as we head into a long weekend. Oh, so good. So good for sure. Rundu says, hi from Montreal. Happy St. Valentine's. People love today, so not just love of money, okay? There we go. That's it. Time to love each other. All of that fun stuff. So, love for people. Yeah, nothing wrong with loving people. Nothing wrong with loving. And with some professions, you can love people and make money at the same time. I'm kidding. Just kidding. But those professions do exist. Oh boy. That was a bad joke. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it there. What can I say? Yeah. So guys, we are getting closer to the end. We got a little bit of time left, but nonetheless, I still will put out the call. If you got your last minute questions, definitely drop those. Drop those, and we'll look at those. Sell or buy yourself. There is one of the theories of a good way to sort of have a very productive life is there's a lot of people who will say, pay yourself first. So I like that to a certain extent. Now, I think it's easy to a lot of times people will think when you say pay yourself first, a lot of people say, oh, that's just money I can blow. It really isn't. To me, it's kind of like, if I'm going to pay myself first, I might take that money and just invest it, because then I can pay myself more later. That's kind of the philosophy that I have with that. But no, it does make sense. I mean, you can't be, we all can't be like super stingy. And I know a lot of people, like if you look at the people who are into frugality, sometimes I think they take it a little overboard. Like, yeah, sure. I prefer to make my coffee at home instead of going out and buying it. That's fine. But, if you go out, it doesn't hurt to buy a coffee every so often. I would just say, don't, don't do it all the time. I mean, or you can. I mean, as long as you sort of take responsibility for what you're doing with your money. I always look at it like that. No judgment. I bought lemon balm plant. Is that romantic? Is lemon balm plant romantic? I don't know if that's romantic. Maybe if somebody likes lemons, I don't know. Scott says I have to pay myself. No one wants to pay me. Yes. Well, I have to pay myself. That's kind of that thing. Nah, I got her flowers for real this time. Geez Louise, second time in my life. Okay, there we go. Larry says, I pay myself first by investing a minimum 33%. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And there's lots of ways that you can have like a pretty good life without money. Nowadays, you can save money on software by asking asking your AI to make it for you. Oh boy, everybody at Constellation Software just threw a dart at my picture on their dartboard for saying that. That's for sure. I still have, let's see, I still have run out to grab something for the wife. Okay, there you go. Yeah, make sure you remember. Make sure. Yeah, that would be a bad one. Guys, if you've got a lover or a wife or, somebody really important, You don't want to forget Valentine's Day. That's the one that, yeah, that's the one you really don't want to forget. There's many holidays you can forget. Valentine's is probably not the one, at least if you want to keep your relationship. Now, if you're looking for an out, forgetting Valentine's, highly recommended. Highly recommended. We'll create a guide, you know, how to get out of a relationship. Step one, forget Valentine's Day. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. And Scott. Scott. Steve. Steve is in with a gifted Mountain Finance membership. Larry, congratulations, Larry. So that, guys, by the way, that is Space Goat. Now at the number 3 spot. So this is my favorite one. Space Goat. Awesome. We have, well, we've one more. We're one more away from a Tuesday show. So we're pretty darn close to that, guys. All right. And yes, Steve's saying playing it forward. That's right, because Scratch gifted Steve a membership last night. And Scott says, grats, Larry. There we go. A whole bunch of grats. That or dollar store cards. Yeah, yeah. It's funny, I don't give cards. It's kind of one of these things. Like, I don't know when I started, probably, I think in my 20s, I just decided I'm not going to be a card person. And I made sure everybody knows. And that's the thing, people may look and say, oh, you're not giving me a Christmas card or a birthday card or, a Valentine's Day card or whatever. It's like, nope, I don't do the cards. And once people know that you don't do cards, then there's no more expectations for it. I just didn't want to support, the overpriced card industry. And I still occasionally get a card, but I'm like, don't give me a card, please. Larry says flowers and jewelry is what I gave. There we go. Those flowers could have been $50 on some stocks. Well, that's true. That is true. Larry's the chosen one. All right. Why not? What a nice goat. Did you ring the bell? The only mail I get is stock voting crap. Is it worth it? Yeah, the bell rang. The bell. We're wrapping things up. We're almost wrapping things up. We got like another, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes or so. Yeah, stock vote. Yeah, the stock voting stuff, it really depends. It's just the way, anytime there is a decision with a company, the shareholders do get to vote. That's what that's all about. Now, you can, with your broker, you should be able to set it up to get I think you can set it up to get email versions of things like that, so you don't have to get it in the mail. But yeah, I will honestly say I've never voted. But I probably should. I probably should, just to say I've done it, but I have not voted on any of the stock related stuff. But maybe this year I will go out of my way to do it, and then I'll report it back to you guys. All right, and we've got a super chat coming in from Sky. Have a great weekend, everybody. Fantastic. And that is our math goat. And that's also a Tuesday show. So Tuesday show is now on the books. So as I said, after this show, we'll be back on Sunday for this week, and then our next market close will be on Tuesday, and we got Wednesday. On Tuesday, we'll open up the Financial Express for Thursday. But right now, it continues. Holy banana bread. We started the Financial Express back at the beginning of December, and I have... you guys have kept me busy. You've kept me busy. I've had to do every market close since then, in addition to everything else I do. So that's, it's continuing. And like I said, when you guys earned the right to have it go as long as you want, I'm in here for the long haul. I don't mind. I'll do the whole year if you guys want me to. It's up to you guys. Let's see. Dad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Oh, that's why. I was trying to click here and I was clicking on the wrong thing. All right, let's see. A dadgum Friday the 13th. Any green luck on the market today? I didn't really look. That was a pretty good day. I mean, if you were playing Air Canada, if you got in yesterday before earnings, some people made some money. Some people made some more, and there was at least one person in chat yesterday that bought a crazy amount of Air Canada. I haven't seen them today because I it's probably because they're out spending money. They made a lot. Pathfinder. The cool thing I like about Stock Unlock is for the price of one trade at the big five banks, you get a ton of awesome features and fundamental analysis. Pair that with Wealthsimple or National, and it's a powerful combo. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like I'll play around some more with it, and see what it can do. See what it can do. Let's see. Also, thanks for checking it out. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I'll play around with it a bit. I mean, I like the graphics. I'm pretty good on the graphics. I actually asked ChatGPT to make me something. She gave me this massive breakdown, and I don't know if we can make it or not, but that's the problem. I was kind of wanting, and this is kind of what I wanted. I wanted a total return tracker that would basically run constant total returns on the market. Anyway, it's kind of complicated what I'm trying to get her to figure out, and we're both working on it to try to get it to work. But it would be something that would be really cool because then we could have sort of like a daily, who did the best total return wise of the day, of the week, something like that. But it's still a work in progress. That part is still a work in progress for sure. So what can I say? Well, the cat's awake. um, just a second here. You guys haven't seen the cat in a bit. Let's. Oops, I got to go big screen for the cat. There she is. Winter. Yes. No, don't play with the lights. All right. Anyway, Winter is awake. Guys, I got nothing more for you today. It's about 1 hour, 23 minutes. Feels like a good time to end so we can all start the weekend, have some fun. If you have not yet checked out today's video, be sure to do that. We'll be back here on Sunday. We're going to do this all over again, and it could be pretty fun. Sunday as well. I know I just saw Marina asking about. I'm thinking about for the coming week. We'll break down this Sunday what we think the market's going to be doing over the next week. It is a short week, so that will certainly come into play, and we'll see if it's going to be. Is it going to be a continuation? Is the AI fear going to persist through this weekend? We'll see. We'll take a look. I will be back here Sunday, guys. Can't wait. Hopefully a bunch of you guys will be here, and we'll do this all over again. But guys, before I go, I do have a couple words I did want to say quickly, and that is, well,